Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to the fourth quarter reading for you. This is for October, November, and December. Now, I'm doing quarterly because we are ending cycles right now and getting ready to move into the new world, into the beginning of a new evolution in our time frame. And as we continue forward, we're going to evolve even more. But 2022 is a very, very special year because it's going to identify who we are to the outside world, who we associate with, everything we do, and it's all about transparency. We're moving into the age of air. So this is your big moment, Aqua babies, and I'm a fellow Aquarius, to actually shine. And when I say shine, it doesn't matter what you do for a living. It matters that you stand out separate from everybody else, because those are the people who are going to rise up. They don't listen to the crowd, they listen to their inner voice. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with January. If I say January, February, I apologize. I'm already thinking about next year. We're going to have October, November, and December. We're going to have the positive and the negative, and the overall message will be in the center for each month as we go along. So let's go ahead and start with your overall message card for the beginning of October. Okay, we have the card of denial. Now, denial is pretty self-explanatory, right? Denial is denial. And that is having a difficult time seeing that the world is changing, maybe fitting in with other people, finding the organizations that we actually click with. So no longer will we want to be a square peg trying to fit into the circle of a group that it doesn't accommodate that. We're looking for the people and everything around us that will inspire us and grow us as we move forward. So denial is here, and denial is going to be your overall theme in the month of October. We have moving forward. Now that's exactly what I'm talking about. The inner part of you, the yin, the yang, the light and the dark, and how we have to combine those energies to find a beautiful balance in the center. You're actually going to move away from denial right here is what I'm seeing. And that's a beautiful, beautiful energy. So let's look a little bit more. I'm going to pull a whole lot of cards for each month. So January is about letting go of denial. And that's when we get to have the abundance. So when we let go of the anger, the hatred, the fear, the anxiety, worrying, trying to be in control in any area of our life of whatever is going on, that's when we can really find ourselves in that particular zone, right? Denial. But you're coming out of it because this is what you truly want. You want abundance. You want love, and you want true love, not just something to fill in the time. Now, over here on the opposing side, we have the card of empathy. So in the month of October, denial, when it comes to looking at something or someone from a whole different angle, from a different perspective. And with this energy, we're going to take a look. Let me just adjust the camera. I think I did. With this energy, there is going to be some adversities. Because if we can't see what the other people, if we can't see it from their point of view, there may be some issues there. Let's see what they want you to know, Aqua babies. Well, we have the dark night of the soul, and you could be dealing with somebody who's going through the Seven of Pentacles. Whether it's on a spiritual level or not, this is somebody looking at all the wrong that they've done, all the turns that were one direction when they feel they should have moved into a different direction. The financial mistakes, all of the investments they made, everything that they looked at. And I'm hearing all resources. So having empathy over others when it comes to the way that they managed their life, the way that they saw life overall in general, they may very well have been the one in denial. But whoever this Seven of Pentacles is for a lot of you, it is actually you, where you may have found yourself stuck, just stuck, you know. And then again, you may have found yourself stuck in multiple repetitive cycles. And now is the time to break free of that. Now is the time to reach out and grab the goals that you want. So whoever this is, if you're dealing with a person, and I'm going to be pulling more cards, of course, but the Eight of Wands is communication back and forth. A separation has taken place. This could be between you and your entire family, where a reunion is going to take place over the next 8 months. I'm hearing actual months. So it may begin in the month of October, and then you won't see each other until spring or thereabout, spring to summer of next year in 2022. The dates are really getting tangled up, aren't they? The 20s. We got way too much ta in there. Now let's pull a little bit of detail, because that center card is going to be a big, big deal. This is going to help you either look at something from a different angle, because this is your ultimate goal. And again, you may have been in denial when it comes to whatever you were dealing with, Aquarius, but here we go. We have the Sun card. And the Sun card is an amazing card, because it can't get much better than this. This is when our inner child says, okay, I accept what I can do, I accept what I cannot do. Illumination and growth in every level, on a spiritual level, in a human level, where you regain passion and excitement about life. This is growth and prosperity. This is one of the best cards in the whole tarot deck. So all of this denial that you may have found yourself stuck in, whatever this communication's coming in from whomever, the dark night of the soul, whomever was stuck in a repetitive cycle where they couldn't pick their head up, and they may not have even felt confident as they were moving forward or talking to you. They may have spoke to you while they were looking down, and that could very well be you. All the confusion, all the illusions that have been going on between this and this right here in the month of October are getting ready to dissipate, where we can see above and beyond what is right in front of us. And I love this card because it really does depict that. If you look at this card, this is about being able to actually see through the clouds, something that we never saw before. The clouded illusions of life, the manipulations around us, and the people that may have been stuck in some negative capacity where you didn't have empathy, or maybe they didn't have empathy. Whatever it was, there is communication going to clear this up for you, where sunny skies are getting ready to come in. But you can see where there would have been that confusion. So let's pull a little bit more and see what they want you to know, because this is going to be an incredible month for a lot of us. You're making a decision, Aqua babies. You're making a decision to release and cleanse, to learn how to use your spiritual gifts in a way that is going to help you make decisions and guide you through the night where you can't see the truth, but you can feel it. You can feel it on a deep level, and you know it. You just know it within inside of you, and that's in your gut. You have been having a hard time, whether you want to believe this opportunity is actually there for you. For a lot of you, this is your actual dream. It has nothing to do directly with a person, although it may feel like that. But with this card in the center, they're saying, oh no, you have some incredible opportunity. There is good and there is bad. There is light and there is dark when it comes to the illusions that surround us. So let's take a look at the adversities and what may come. There it is, the Nine of Cups. You see, this communication is going to set you free. It's going to release and cleanse those emotional blockages. You're going to feel like you're able to make a decision. Do I want it or do I not? Some of you, this is absolutely about the wish that you wanted, whether it's love, whether it's a career, whether it's some form of success. And whatever your version of success is, that's what you want. So by having empathy in the month of October, you may see a situation, a person, an experience that you're attached to or is attached to you in a very, very different way. And that's going to help you break through the decision that you need to make. This could be the final decision for you as far as what direction you want to go and really who you want to be as we proceed into the year 22. Because 2023 is about judgment. 2023, we will be acknowledged, we will be recognized in the outside world, and that will begin around June of 2022. We'll start feeling that effect. This is a final decision to make a judgment call, and that's why you have the Two of Swords behind it. So in the month of October, you're going to hear communication from somebody or some job information. Something's coming through. Something that you really did want, you wanted it, you dreamed about it, and now it's coming through, but yet there's that hesitation. You're being guided to do some deep, deep meditation when it comes to making this decision with the Judgment card. When we do the deep meditation, and I don't mean you don't have to stand there in yoga pants and do meditation. You can do meditation in any form that is comfortable for you. Aquas, you guys know how to do this. I mean, we know how to do it. All of us do. Sometimes we don't know that we know how. So whatever method you use to keep your thoughts and focus in what it is you want to heal this situation. You do. Whatever this is, and I feel for a lot of you, this is a family dynamic. Now, healing it doesn't mean that you even have to speak to them. This could be finally getting the closure, the denial, right? And then we move in through all the stages of grief to where we come to acceptance. And I feel that is what you're dealing with over here, the adversities of judgment. And we have the Lover's card. So this is a big, 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 big decision. Do you want to stand out in the crowd? Do you want to be with this person? Do you want the happy home, happy family life? Or maybe you actually want a career. For some of you, you have an opportunity. This is information coming in that is going to present to you two opportunities. Now, you're going to have to make a judgment call as to whether you want one or the other. Absolutely. But whatever the outcome is in the month of October is what you're going to take over into 2022 over the next 4 months. So by January, what you're working on will come to fruition at that time. Now I'm going to pull another card and a couple other cards. So this is for the month of October. And that's why I'm saying I may be saying January. So just know this reading is October, November, and December in case I say the wrong thing. I don't mean to. But I have a lot of information that comes through. I hear it, see it, feel it, know it. And then I have to take what I get and look at the card and make sure I transfer it through the meaning of the card to you, so I don't alter what I'm getting in a energetic, vibrational, and psychic way. Acceptance. There you go. Denial and acceptance. Empathy is what's going to help you make the choice. Do I want to accept this offer? Do I want to accept that this is the way it is, whatever it is that you're dealing with? And again, it can be in any area of your life. But for a lot of you, I feel this is actually a family relationship, a relationship on some level that you have had some challenges deciding, do I want this person or do I not? Now I'm going to bring in a message. This is an overall message for the outcome for the month of October. Some guidance as far as how they can help you, the above. And I'm going to read it for you. So for the month of October, we have Fiona. Now that you've asked your angels and guides for help, it's time for you to actually trust that this is taking place. Look at these three cards. Aquarius, this is a judgment call to make a final decision for acceptance. And you're being guided to actually make a choice. Do you want to or do you not? One will set you free and one will hold you in a pattern, maybe even feeling like you're going backwards. One may release you from the job, from the person, and you will have closure and perhaps not see them again in the future. Everybody's situation is different, but the overall outcome is the same. You're making a big, big, huge life-altering decision, and it is in the month of October. If you're in I work with 3 different groups when I get my messages. So some people are new into the journey. Some have been in the journey for quite some time, and they're in that middle stage, feeling heightened and then waiting and stagnant, and then heightened like something's coming and then stagnant. And that's a very difficult place to be. And then there's a third group where you have already seen what direction, but you still need to make sure that we all do get the guidance, the clarity, and more information as we continue in our life. So this is that moment for you to make that decision. Do you or don't you? Is this a partnership you truly, truly want? whether it's a job or a family. There is an opportunity to reunite and connect in a big, beautiful way. So that is for the month of October. And we're going to go ahead and look at, bear with me one second. We're going to take all these. We're going to look at November right now. Okay. Wow, that's a heavy reading. I have to listen to this again myself, right? I mean, that's a lot. So let's look at November of 2021. Now keep in mind, this could even feel as though it was a year from now when you experienced this, because we go in cycles. 1 month cycle, year cycle, 3 year cycle, 7 year cycle, and most of us right now are going through a 10-year cycle, or even an evolutional on a spiritual level, a 200,000 year cycle, where the veils are lifted between the universal elements and we are able to connect on a deep, deep level. So in the month of November, you are starting off with the Four of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful energy. That has to do with your inner foundation. It has to do with you being strong and secure. If you are not aware of how a home is built, it has to have the concrete, and those poles, the beams, have got to be sunken in there and attached, firmly planted in the ground in order for us to build on top of it and build the roof and the top layers on top, second stories, etc. This is you having a really strong foundation. It may be the relationship, and you may very well have taken that opportunity from October and said yes to this particular situation. Because either direction, excuse me, either direction, whatever direction you are going is the right way to go for you. Now, I should have started this off with this card, so I apologize for that. Humor. Oh, I like that. Humor is very, very important when it comes to your inner foundation. And Aqua babies, we love to laugh, and we can be the light of the party. We can be the one that stands out in the crowd just by our own sense of humor, because we are very funny people. A lot of us are. Humor is what heals us. Humor is what gives us some excitement. Just a spark, just a little boom, a spark of excitement, and that can lead us into creating a brand new foundation for us. But with this Four of Wands, some of you, this may very well be getting married. It may be strengthening, I'm hearing strengthening bonds between you and family members, you and new organizations, new societies. This is not just the family that you were born to. This is the chosen family that you were picking. I feel for a lot of you, this is your soul family, the community, the organization where you get the majority of your information from. The majority of contact is with other people in that realm. Now, the adversity over here, all right, is the card of failure. There is no such thing as failure. There truly is not. It can feel like we failed. Maybe we didn't get the job, but that didn't mean we failed. Maybe we built a house and it crumbled, but that did not mean we failed. What it did mean is there is a lot of lessons to learn, and once we fix the lessons, we can rebuild it if we choose to. But with failure comes this negative thought process. When it comes to creating a new life for you with this Four of Wands, and a lot of us are doing that right now, we're absolutely creating a brand new life, brand new relationships, soul connections are reconnecting. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy of what's going on in the outside world. But we have to be in sync within us in order to not feel like a failure. If you meet the person of your dreams and then they want to ask you to get married, if you have any doubt, if you have that Two of Swords energy left over from October, if you have any doubt when it comes to failing in a relationship, it will manifest at this time. You will see it very clearly. So it's that inner thinking, the inner thoughts, and let's see what they want to add on to that. Here we go. 8 of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups in this particular deck, I really like this. I love this as the adversities, and I love this when I'm dealing with people with partners. Because these cards are very descriptive, but yet they show the negative capacity a little bit better, where these are a little bit more vibrant. So pick your tarot cards well. These are listed in the bottom link below. I don't make any money off of it, but I did look up. They're all on Amazon. Amazon, Target, Walmart. You know, I have it listed. They're like everywhere. This particular Eight of Cups, we do see half the cups are up and half the cups are down, but this person is sitting still. As the wind is swirling behind them, they're just sitting there stagnant, feeling like a failure. This is the adversity that you'll be facing, whether it's you or somebody that you are involved with. It could be a family member. It doesn't have to be your partner. It could be a child, an adult child. It is an adult. But with this is that deep feeling of regret, and then should I, shouldn't I, and I should have done it like this, woulda, coulda, you know, all of that, where we shame our own self. And I feel that this is more somebody that you're dealing with than it is actually you, Aquarius. And that was the big decision you probably had to make in the month of October. Now, walking away from a relationship or a job, something that we have put all of our energy, effort, our finances, everything, we put our heart and soul into it, that can make us feel like a failure, even though we walk away. It doesn't matter. So we have the Two of Swords, the indecisiveness that I'm talking about, not being able to choose, do I walk away, do I not? And again, whatever you're doing in the month of October, the outcome you pick, it has a lot to do with the decision that you're going to make in the month of February. Do I get on the horse and start a new adventure? Do I stay where I'm at and just sit here? Or do I take a path a little bit different, where you are still getting up, but it may be different than what you had planned, where you have no choice with the Two of Swords to follow your gut, to follow your own intuition with the High Priestess. You have everything inside of you, Aquarius. You do. You know you do. And it is beautiful. It is meant for you to have. All of this is meant for you to have. So it's time for you to use the old owl inside of you. Not old owl inside of you. The wisdom, the knowledge from one life to another. You're sought after by people for your expertise in whatever it is. And whatever that is because you use your beautiful intuitive self in it. And that is what's going to help you make the decision to walk away or to stay. Now, for a lot of you, I feel you're dealing with people when it comes to them going through relationship separation. You may be a counselor dealing with people who feel failed in life, a healer on some level, whether that's a doctor, a nurse, a counselor. You guys know what it is, and use your own intuition. Seek the advice of somebody that you trust, that's a spiritual advisor, a psychic medium like myself, an energy healer like myself. You will know who to be going to, or whether it's just coming from you. But follow your gut. It's always in the center right here. You're going to be sought after for, again, whatever it is that you do for a living, whatever it is that you are meant to do, you will be sought after for it. All right, let's see what else they want you to know about this Eight of Cups. Let's see if we can see who it is. We have two cards that came out. One is the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is about change. Change is getting ready to happen in your life. Change from the old philosophies, the old theologies, even reading and, again, tapping into your inner wisdom is what's going to help you do this. Traditions, values, and religions, they're changing. They've changed and evolved throughout our lifetime, where Bibles and books and traditional things, the materials that we've read, have been altered each decade, each 20-year period of time. And those alterings have created a lot of confusion, but you see the truth. You know the truth about whatever your traditions and values are. Whether it's right, wrong, whether failure actually means the word that you're horrible, you should be just forgotten about, which I know you Aquarians do not believe that. Change in the way you view failure. In order to succeed, we must fail first. Why? It is inevitable because there is always something that we miss. If you're starting a business, Aquarius, guarantee there is a sense of failure attached to it, especially right now, 2021. Well, 2020 kicked my butt, okay, and my booty, because I had so many adversities going on. My health was at risk. I was working with a lot of people. You were booked out for a long time, and the person that I leaned on betrayed me, and they left me to do everything alone. So it was a year of exactly what we're talking about. Now remember, we go in cycles, so this could have been the pattern that you were also involved with a year ago. Look back 1 year and then look back 1 year before that. For some of you, this is a 10-year cycle. Look back and you'll see maybe in the 80s, the 90s, or the early 2000s, you were dealing with the same type of stuff that you've been dealing with over and over again, feeling failure, feeling unsuccessful, and feeling like you don't know how to get up. Should I or shouldn't I? But this is saying you're going to change this because we have the King of Pentacles here. Now the King of Pentacles is a really beautiful energy in the upright. And remember, with me on the detail, it's always the positive and the negative when it comes to the detail itself. So with this King of Pentacles, this is a big opportunity coming in that is going to be a huge payout for you. Some of you, it may be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn person in your life, an actual person in your life. For others of you, this is going to happen in the season of Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. And for a lot of you, it is in the month of Capricorn. So that will be happening in the month of December, rolling into January of 2022. Stepping out and presenting yourself, but you have to follow your inner wisdom in order to do that. Otherwise, you won't be able to be a success. So the failure card is also about a deep-rooted fear, very big fear in the month of November, and overcoming that fear. Now I'm going to pull a couple more cards and let's see what this actually is for you a little bit more. You know, the King of Pentacles, this could be a job working with a government entity, a health company, health insurance. It could be any form to do with health or holistic care, helping humanity overall in general, like financial investments, anything on the material plane. So we are looking at taking action in your life is a very important move for you to get this particular opportunity by realizing that anything that you feel or thought you failed at, that is your opportunity to pull out the mistakes and let them go so you can succeed. So if it's going back, and the hard part is finding it, right? It's finding it. Sometimes we look at everything over and over, and it's not even anything we did, but it was one person that was around us that used to whisper in our ear that you're a failure. Maybe they didn't say it in those words, but that feeling, your psychic, your high priestess in you could feel that energy. Taking action towards what it is that you want, starting to write a business plan, a life plan, your goals. What is it you want in the year of 2022? How do you want to move forward, Aquarius? This is absolutely incredible. So let me take and pull the other two cards for you for the center. Okay, so what we have for you guys is the card of success. Success. And this says, I know there is no greater goal than to love. You see, love is love. I love my job. I love the people around me. I love my car. Love is love, whether it's a person or something else. Whatever you love, you have an opportunity. You have success and you have failure. Failure is the adversity. Success is your advice. This is your advice card on how to move forward in the month of November. Now, Vanessa came out. To make your decision, ask yourself, which brings me closer to my divine purpose and which takes me away from my divine purpose. Your divine purpose is the King of Pentacles. That is your true blessing getting ready to come in. But if we can't overcome the traditions and values and all this stuff that we were taught that does not make sense to us, that kept you stuck following other people's philosophy, and these are probably people that don't even know what they're talking about, because a friend of a friend whose brother is this and that, and they have a friend, that means that it's gone through 18 people before that information got to you. And oh boy, it's probably completely different by the time it got to you. It used to be called the telephone game when I was growing up, where we would play. I actually did that, where we played the game, and a friend of mine and I did it, where we said something to one person who told another person, who told another person, it came back around. It was a completely different statement than what she and I had said. So we learned hands-on that old philosophy is absolutely correct. So pay attention and take action towards what it is you truly want, because you have a big choice to make. The foundation of you is relying on this decision. You have the Two of Swords over here as a positive card. So the choices that you make it's highlighting, Aqua babies, it is highlighting that the choice you make is a life-altering choice. And I will be honest, October, November, and December, these are all 3 months are life-altering choices, because we're starting a new 10-year cycle. We're starting new chapters in life on a soul level and in the human experience as well. So there we go for the month of November. And let's pull these back and see what we have for the month of December. Now, there will be so many challenges. I'm here to tell you there's going to, if I have enough interest in people, I will, people interested, I'll do future projections. But there is going to be so much turmoil right now with different weather conditions. And I mean, there's going to be some severe weather alterings and things like this that are getting ready to take place over the next 4 months. So if you're in right now I'm in New York, and we keep having the storms blow through over here. Hasn't affected me in the area that I'm here with my soul family, but it's right on the outskirts of it. And it does bring in the rain and all of that, and the winds and the storms. Hurricanes, tornadoes, we're going to have earthquakes galore. The water levels are going to rise higher. There's a lot of things, a lot of challenges, earthly challenges, in a heightened sense compared to before. And next year will even go up, but it's starting in the month of September, and it will really proceed forward at the last 3 months of the year. So for the month of December, let's take a look at what is happening. We're also going to have, you know, like the COVID going through, new stuff. It's a lot of new stuff. So if you guys want future projections, let me know. Courage. Courage is what you're going to need in the month of December. Courage is about being able to step into a public setting and not wear a mask. You don't need to. You trust in your own self. You know, because you are the high priestess. Remember, you have the high priestess in this 3-month span. So by the time December comes rolling around, you are going to be ready. You're going to be primed. You will have made that decision in the month of November. You will, whether it's going forward or backward, success or failure. That's absolutely what you're looking at. Whether this is in a marriage, a relationship, your career, and for a lot of you, this is a brand new avenue, a brand new path, almost like the Fool card. But it's not the being foolish at all. It's you doing all of the research before you move forward. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pull the, this one's a little different. I'm being guided to pull the adversity right now. Service. We have the card of service. So you know that when you help other people, it makes you feel good. And when you feel good, you get to manifest. When you feel good, you can create magic in your life. It might need a little special help. It may need you to make that decision. And then you'll see what I'm talking about if you haven't been there. Courage and strength has to do with whatever your profession is, has to do with whatever organization you're getting ready to join. And a lot of you, you're joining new clubs, new organizations, new soul families, new soul communities, like a lot of you have joined mine. And I love that because we're together, united, we are going to be able to talk about this in virtuals and things like this, where we all get to come together, whether it's comments in virtual live or even live in person. Courage and strength to make this life-altering decision. So let's take a look at whatever it is. And you got the Magician on the bottom of the deck, and that's the energy that I'm picking up on. It's like this inner knowing of you, Aqua babies, where you know without a doubt you have something incredible that you are good at. This is presenting it to the world. This is helping humanity on a deep level. That could be singing, that could be writing, that could be dancing, speaking on a podium and talking about different topics that can help the world. But equally, you have the opportunity of the King of Pentacles coming in. The King of Pentacles is that big job offer, the huge, huge opportunity that is going to have a very large payout for you. And I feel it's way overdue. Some of us fear success because we actually fear failure. So when we look at November, that's very significant. The failure card and the success card came out. Your overall goal is success. So you have to master how to overcome the fear of failure. And that's going to take a lot of strength and courage. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. You have that, you have you. You have you, Aquarius. This is the Star card. This is you stepping into the spotlight. And for some of you, I do feel you are going to be in the entertainment. You're going to be in the public eye. Whatever you're doing for service work toward humanity, actually toward humanity, separate from your own family, that is what's going to pay out big. You have something very positive coming in with this Three of Cups. Now, it could be an actual relationship, and I'm not really focused on love of romance. We'll do that in a separate reading, because this is about us changing who we are, and then the love follows after that. So once we can get ourselves in a place of being grounded and overcoming through courage and strength to join the organization, this is socializing. This is organizations. You're going to stand out in a crowd, and that's what I'm talking about. All of this is coming from the month of October, and you've been working on it for over 3 years for some of you, 3-4 years. You've been working on gaining the skills, gaining the education, the knowledge, the practicing, whatever it takes for you to do whatever this is. And you've got something to celebrate in the month of December. Now that could mean celebrating with other people, right? It's the Star card. The Star card is about hope. It's about faith. Restored faith is very different than hope. Hope is when we're trying to pull ourselves up, when we're trying to make that decision to get up off that rock. That's hope. Faith is what brings us this, and courage is having the faith to stand up and fight, whatever it is. Fight for it. I don't mean with it. I don't mean verbally battling. This is using the logic of the mind, and that's one of the blessings that we have, is the mind, the tongue, communication. Aquarians, you are excellent communicators. But if you don't like somebody, man, you can cut them into slivers, right? I'm a fellow Aquarian, I know. And that's not who we are, but don't mess with us. You know, we're so good with words. But oftentimes when we're stuck in a place of the Eight of Cups, sitting on that rock, where we choose not to do anything, we just sit there. That's when the adversities, the feeling of failure can come in, because you know what you can do. You know you are the star, my darlings. You are the star. And this should be trumping the celebration, because that comes after. This is your goal. This is you. Maybe you're going to, some of you are actually going to be singing. It might be singing for holidays, but I do see you singing. So if you've got a beautiful voice, this may be the month where you actually are getting ready to step out in a crowd. We have the Five of Wands as the adversity, and the Five of Wands is high competition. This is internal self-sabotage as well. Some of you, this is about counseling other people. You're going to help those people. Remember, I said that in the month of October. It may have something to do with counseling. You're going to help people overcome their fear of failure and lead them into a direction of success. But it has to begin with you. So if you've been knocked upside down, this is the moment in time for you over the next 3 months to pick yourself back up and grab that star inside of you and stand out in a crowd. So if you're a grocery store clerk, and when people come in, the way you stand out in a crowd is to do a better job than everybody else, and you make it known. You don't hide in the corner like we can do. We don't want any fuss over it. But this time you're going to stand out. You're going to go, yep, I did it. I'm super proud. Yay! Where it isn't like you being arrogant at all. It's like saying, look what I did. And this is all because you have overcome, or you will need to overcome, the Three of Swords. That feeling of failure, the feeling of pain, the feeling of all of the pains of the past. It could have everything to do with your health for some of you, but that's not what I'm picking up on. Although that's always a part of our overall well-balanced us. So this is a moment in time for you to really stand up and overcome the fear of being stabbed in the back, the fear of failure. The Three of Swords is negative thoughts. Is this going to be like the past? Should I or shouldn't I? And absolutely not. So do not look back. Whatever you're meant to do as a service, you have to make sure it is equal reciprocity, because you have the King of Pentacles getting ready to come in. Beautiful, beautiful energy. So let's pull a little bit more detail as I rip the whole thing off there. If we just fix it again, okay? I hope you guys are staying safe and well, and I hope you are just getting ready to make some incredible changes that are positive for you, because all the cards on this side are saying December is your month. You have the number 10. You're getting ready to complete a cycle. This is ending the painful relationships that's going to make you feel grounded in your own element. The Star card. It's not just being about an Aquarius in the month of January rolling into February birthday. This is about everything you were meant to do in the age of Aquarius. Now is your time to step out in the world, 2022. So between January and June, some of you are getting ready in January, some of you are getting ready in June, and we already had a group go through, and then there will be another group after that. Well, they may not even make it by the time they get there. It depends on how much growth they want to do. Not to worry, their life will change just as yours. However, you have an ability to make a choice. You have an ability to actually consciously pay attention to your thoughts and let go of whatever was restricting. It doesn't matter what happened 20 years ago. It doesn't. It matters what happened today. It matters that the results, the lessons were learned. And we get hurt on all different levels, and I tell you what, I have been molested, I've been raped, I have been through all kinds of hurt and pain, betrayed over and over, just like you guys. And we can do this, and it's not easy, because a lot of these people are people we love, people we trust, and we put everything into it because we're not very trusting, because we keep getting hurt. But because you're the Star, okay, because you're coming into December saying, I'm making a decision to grab on to success. And that's why the Star card is there. Again, some of you are singing. You're going to be in the entertainment industry. You're going to stand out. You're going to stand out. If you're in New York, I'm here in New York, and I should be. I'm planning on being here through the holiday season. So if you're here, yeah, we'll go down. We'll hang out in front of Jimmy Kimball's. We'll hang out in front of where they do all those live shows, and we'll talk. The Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands, again, is that long distance communication, back and forth communication that can lead us to success. This is the offer coming in, the opportunity coming in. Whoever hurt you before may come back around in the month of December. They may come in the month of December to a family member, most likely. A partner, a family member, I feel, is very strong in this reading. Family, that could be mom, dad, brother, sister, children, cousins, but it's family. Something took place, and I feel that it devastated you. And through that devastation, it held you back. Now again, that could be in a job where the best friend of yours or your coworker that you thought would never do that did. They betrayed you, they took your promotion, they took from you what was due to you. And if we do nothing, then the result will always end up with us feeling like a failure, feeling like we were lost and gypped. But that is changing, because the Star card is saying you're grabbing onto your own element. Your own element is the age of Aquarius, and that's what you were put on this earth to do, to help with the movement of changing the world to become a better place. That is done through transparency. So let me pull another a card here and see what the overall, there we go, freedom of choice, Because if we don't make a choice, I guarantee you the universe is going to come in and make a choice for us. And if it isn't the universal energies, the invisible, all right, the invisible beings of love and light, but equally the invisible has darkness in it as well. So the universe will pull us into a new cycle. And if it isn't the universe, it'll be the world. And the world is changing. It's time to change and evolve. On a soul level, we're moving into a new era in our timeline of history. Freedom is you being able to do it on your own right now. To communicate to others, anybody in a family that you need to free yourself from, letting go of all of that stuff that we're talking about. All of the heartbreak that you went through is getting ready to end very, very soon. That came out, by the way. Wow, that's a big, big deal, right? Freedom from releasing negative thinking, releasing and changing the pattern in your life, and starting something incredibly awesome. So with this card, I'm going to pull an angel message for you. All right. We actually have two, and these are the blessed ones that my beautiful puppy, my love bug, Captain Love Bug, he ate them for us. So Celeste is here. A happy new outcome is en route for you, a happy home or a place of employment. This is the positive change that you have been expecting, and you're being guided to really look at what's going on. They may not be favorable on the day that you're looking at this video, but I assure you, as you look at all the videos, and if you've had a personal reading from me, I mean, I just had somebody send me back a message saying, a year ago you did a reading and you said I was going to work with watermelons, and they thought I was a little cuckoo crazy, and they just got an opportunity 1 year later where watermelons is going to be a part of what they're doing. You see, everything happens for a reason. It happens in a 1 year cycle, 3 year cycle. This is a 10-year cycle getting ready to end, where maybe it wasn't good in the past, but you are being guided to hold on to your true self and be the Aquarian that you are. You know how to overcome heartbreak. You help people heal their own lives every day. You have since you were a child. People come up, they talk to you, they share their life with you, and this is a moment in time where you get to say, you know what? I'm doing it for me, and this is what I want. It's not easy to say goodbye. It's not easy to cut people off that break our hearts, especially if it's family members. But for a lot of you, this is actually being able to reconnect with your family. It doesn't mean that you're breaking it off. It means it's a coming back around. Making certain that this Three of Swords does not come back into play again. And that can be the fear that we're talking about. But overall, in general, this is absolutely beautiful messages for you. Each month is progress from October, November, and December, so that by the time January rolls out, you're ready to stand out in the crowd. You're ready to actually be the star who you are. So my beautiful Aquarians, I hope this helps you. Please let me know how this in the comments. I love you. Be safe. Much love.